Good afternoon, one and all. Today we will going to discuss about delta modulation, delta segment, adaptive delta modulation, and demodulation in digital communication. The first few definitions we have understand it first. Analog to digital converter (ADC) changes the analog signal into the digital one, and some example is voice, temperature, pressure, etc. The next is the quantizer. Quantizer takes the set of the input value and maps into the smaller set of the values, usually a predetermined range of the voltages. The limiter is the circuit that allows the signal below a specified input power or level pass unaffected while attenuating the peaks of the stronger signal that exceeds this threshold to prevent the distortion. The sampling is the reduction of the continuous time signal to the discrete signal sequence of the quantities, and the pulse code modulation is the sampling is analog signal to derive a data stream and the series of the ones and zeros. We must know that this is the all very important steps. Then delta modulation. Delta modulation is the another type of the modulation. Delta stands for there is a difference between the two pulses. There is a difference between the two pulses. And analog to digital or digital to analog signal conversion technique should be used here. Here is the message signal. Here is the summing amplifier. If the summing amplifier, the difference between these two signals will be positive, there is a limiter. Here is the sample. Here output goes to the positive. If the positive, then this will be given the input to the integrator. It will be integrated the signal which is coming from the output of the delta modulation, which is given to the here. Then this difference is again positive, or it may be the negative. Then step size is decreases. Means whatever the output of the sampler, it may be the positive, the step size is going to be increases. If the output of this sampler is goes to the negative voltages, then this is the more negative. Means more negative means step size is decreases. Means according to the step size is increases and step size is decreases. It depends upon the either the output of the sampler is the positive or negative. Then simplest form of the differential pulse code modulation. Periodically sample the input message to make the comparison of the current sample with the preceding it, and the output of the single bit which is indicates that the sign of the difference between the two samples. Then in case of the delta modulation, this is the one kit for the delta modulation. Here is the message signal is coming for the adder. This is the adder, and one input should be coming from the channel 1 and for the channel 2. A and B is the output. A and B is the input, and whatever the output is coming from that TTL log, that is the transmitted data is reduced to a one bit data stream, and each segment is a approximated signal is compared to the original analog wave to determine the increase or decrease in the relative amplitude. Then delta modulated signal, note a sawtooth waveform. This is the sawtooth waveform, and here is the information bearing signal. Then from here the information bearing signal, the basically the output of the sampler, means here the output of the sampler is the positive, then your step size is goes to be increases it. The step size is goes to be increases. If it is a decreases, information bearing signal is a decreases, then your sort this output is a goes to be increases, means this step sizes would not able to follow the information bearing signal in case of the delta modulation. Then in the demodulated output, basically this figure and this figure, you easily visible the noise difference between the original message and the demodulated message. Then original message and the demodulated message, yellow is the input speech message, and the green it will be the demodulated message. Means basically it would not able to follow because its speech signal is a low, its amplitude is goes to be increases for here, here is a variation, here is also variation, means there is a visible noise difference between the original message and demodulated message. Due to that the error is generated. Then delta modulation advantages is that the signal to noise ratio. First advantages for this system is that signal to noise ratio, means in case of the delta modulation gives the higher signal to noise ratio than the other conventional modulation technique. Next is the bandwidth. The bandwidth is the lower channel bandwidth. It having the lower channel bandwidth consumption and sending one binary bit as a carrier pulse with the one sample of the digitized data lower the bandwidth of the transmission channel. And simply circuitry, it having the adder, integrator, quantizer and the low pass filter for the demodulation. Then delta modulation disadvantages is that there are the two disadvantages in case of the delta modulation. One is the disadvantages which is called as the slope overload and another is called as the granular noise. Means there are the two disadvantages in case of the delta modulation technique. The first is the slope overload and second is the granular noise. In case of if the input signal is the rising or falling with the slope larger than the del upon t, where t is the sampling time, we say that the sampler is suffering from the slope overload. Suppose this is the output of the sampler and here is the information bearing signal. Then what happens? Whatever the output of the information and the output of the sampler, the output of the sampler would not able to follow the information bearing signal, and due to that the information bearing signal, whatever the difference between this slope which is called as the slope overload, means here information would not able to follow the information bearing signal. Then the output signal must always either the increase the step size or decrease the step size. It cannot stay a single value. That means if the input signal level, the output could be oscillatory and this is acting as the DC line, but actually it is not a DC line. By increase the step size to elevate the slope overload. Okay, means basically here we have follows that where is the DC signal, and that DC signal is a nothing but the information bearing signal, which is called as the granular noise. Here is the original message. Here is the original message and here is the delta modulated signal. In case of the delta modulated signal, the original signal and the delta modulated signal, it would not be exactly equal. Then the delta sigma modulation. In case of the delta sigma modulation, we have to be, this is the basically there is the delta modulation. And we have placed here at a initially there is an integrator, means we have to be place the integrator in between the source and the summer, which obviate the need for the integrator at the demodulation, so that the demodulator can be a simple low pass filter, and which is called as the delta sigma modulation. In case of the delta sigma modulation signal, more closely related to the original wave, means if you observe that this is the original signal and here is the output of the delta sigma modulation signal, this output of this signal is more closely that the information bearing signal, means obviously it is the very less noise should be generated in case of the delta modulation. Then delta sigma modulation advantages is that it attempts to allow to avoid the slope overload and reducing the quantization error. Then what the resulting here, The resulting analog signal is then added to the input signal, then reduce the error introduced by the delta modulation. Then used in the modern electronics, there is a converter, switched mode power supply means SMPS, then motor controller is also used in modern technology. There is a delta sigma modulation technique is used. Also it is the used in the some high performance data acquisition devices. Means in case of the data acquisition devices to be used the delta sigma modulation. Then there is a demodulated delta sigma signal input speech message. This will be given the input speech message and the demodulated message should be given. Then adaptive delta modulation means whatever the issue should be related in case of the delta modulation, means first is the slope overload and the second is the granular noise, which is removed by in case of the adaptive delta modulation. Means in case of the adaptive delta modulation, the step size is going to be increases if the amplitude of the information bearing signal is going to be increases, and the step size is decreases if the amplitude of the information bearing signal is going to be decreases. Means basically your output follows the input. Simply it is called as the output follows the input, and then whatever the disadvantages is created, whatever the limitations in the delta modulation, we can overcome in a adaptive delta modulation. Means a large step size was required when sampling those part of the input waveform of the step slope, but a large step size is worse need the granularity of the sampled signal when the waveform being is sampled was changing slowly. A small step size is needed for the slope is changes quickly in case of adaptive delta modulation. Then the adaptive delta modulation allows for controller step size to be implemented, means CVSD, continuous variable slope delta modulation. That is this part we have learned in practical purpose also. Then encoded the difference between the predicted sample and the speech sample. Then it provides the more efficient comparison and the reduction in the number of the bits per sample, and commonly used in the short range of the wireless digital voice transmission for its low implementation cost and the robustness is dealing with the bit error. Then you observe there the output which is to be coming from input speech message and the demodulated message in a adaptive delta modulation. In case of the adaptive delta modulation, you clearly observe that whatever the output is exactly follows the input signal. See, here is the original message and here is the adaptive delta modulation, and here is the summary of the comparison of the noise. In case of the delta modulation, your output consists much noise as compared to the input. In case of the delta sigma modulation, we try to reduce whatever the limitations is remains in the delta modulation, which is in case of the delta sigma modulation means your integrator should be placed in between the information bearing signal and the summer, and in case of the delta modulation we completely removed the whatever the limitations is created, that is a slope overload. A slope overload we have to be removed here as most as possible, but here the granular noise should be remains there. The next technology, upcoming technology, my next video we learn about the ADPCM, DPCM, etc. So I hope that all of you would like to my video. If any doubts, any query, please write on my comment. Please subscribe my channel and please click on the bell icon. Thank you very much. Good night.